quiet city of Rensselaer has been left in shock after the sudden and heartbreaking death of Brent A. a 32-year-old man whose life was tragically cut short on what should have been an ordinary weekend night. For many, the news felt surreal. One moment Brent was part of the community's everyday fabric, and the next his name was on every neighbor's lips, carried with grief, disbelief, and unanswered questions. His passing has created a ripple of sorrow that has extended far beyond his immediate family, touching colleagues, friends, and acquaintances who now struggle to process the magnitude of this loss. To those who knew him, Brent was never just another face in the crowd. He was someone who brought warmth to gatherings, someone who was quick to lend a hand, and someone who made life a little brighter through his presence. The shock of his death lies not only in its suddenness, but also in the emptiness it has created. Rensselaer, a city that thrives on its close-knit bonds and neighborly spirit, now carries the weight of grief as it comes to terms with losing one of its own. The circumstances of his passing authorities responded late Saturday night to a home on John Street, where an incident had unfolded that would forever change the lives of those connected to Brent. Reports indicate that he suffered fatal stab wounds to his upper chest and lower neck, injuries that ended his life far too soon. The alleged assailant, a 34-year-old man, was quickly taken into custody, charged with second-degree murder, and arraigned in city court. For the community, these stark details serve as painful reminders of how violence can erupt unexpectedly, altering countless lives in its wake. While the case will move forward through the legal system, with court dates and hearings to follow, for those closest to Brent, the true focus lies elsewhere. Legal proceedings may determine accountability, but they cannot restore the warmth of his presence. His family and friends are left navigating a reality where daily routines and future dreams are interrupted, leaving behind only memories of who Brent was and what he meant to those who loved him. Remembering the man behind the headlines, it is easy, in moments like these, for name to become reduced to headlines and case files. But Brent was so much more than that. He was a son, a friend, and a companion whose life story should be told not only through the circumstances of his death, but through the richness of his character. Friends remember his humor, his generosity, and his ability to light up a room with his smile. To his family, he was a constant source of love, a person who mattered deeply and unconditionally. Even small interactions with Brent carried significance. Perhaps it was a casual greeting on the street, a shared laugh at a gathering, or a quiet word of encouragement when someone needed it most. These are the moments that those who knew him now cling to, searching for comfort in the memories of his kindness and presence. His legacy is not defined by how he died, but by the countless ways in which he gave of himself while he was here. A candlelight vigil to honor his memory in the wake of such profound loss. The community has chosen to come together, uniting in grief but also in remembrance. A candlelight vigil has been organized at Riverfront Park, providing a space for friends, neighbors, and loved ones to gather in Brent's honor. This vigil is not only about mourning, but about celebrating a life that touched many hearts. The glow of candles, the shared silence, and the collective prayers will serve as a reminder that Brent's memory continues to burn brightly even in the darkest of times. Gatherings like this are essential in healing. They give people a chance to express their sorrow openly, to lean on each other for strength, and to ensure that no one feels alone in their grief. Brent's passing is a tragedy that one family should never have had to endure, but by standing together, the community ensures that his family does not face this heartbreak in isolation. Seeking justice and finding healing as the case moves forward, there will be calls for justice, and rightfully so. The community wants assurance that the person responsible for Brent's death will be held accountable under the law. Court hearings will be closely followed, not just as legal proceedings, but as milestones on the long road to closure for those left behind. Yet, justice alone cannot mend the broken hearts of those who loved Brent. Healing is a much deeper process, one that requires time, patience, and the unyielding support of friends, family, and community. Healing also comes through remembering Brent as he truly was, sharing stories, speaking his name, and refusing to let the memory of his life be overshadowed by tragedy are acts of resilience. The community's unity in these moments becomes a tribute in itself, showing that love will always speak louder than violence, and that Brent's life will continue to inspire kindness and compassion in those who carry his memory. Carrying forward his legacy, though Brent's life ended far too soon, his impact remains. His memory now serves as a reminder to cherish the time we have with loved ones, to show kindness wherever possible, and to value the bonds of community that hold us together. For every person who lights a candle at his vigil, for every story told about him, and for every silent moment of remembrance, Brent's legacy lives on. The tragedy of his passing has left a wound that will take time to heal, but within that sorrow lies the potential for unity, compassion, and change. Brent may no longer walk among us, but the love and memories he leaves behind will continue to shape those who knew him. His life, though short, was meaningful. His memory, though bittersweet, will never fade.